Información.
That was 5.
Bienvenue à tous dans l'épisode 1 du Fauteuil Ambulant. Donc aujourd'hui avec nous on a Rodrigue, qui est un pote à moi de mon master. Salut Rodrigue, ça va?
Ça va bien.
Super, donc du coup l'interview sera en anglais parce que Rodrigue parle pas français. Et il va nous parler de son expérience avec les Nations Unies quand il était à Timor-Leste, qui est un pays de l'Asie du Sud-Est que je ne connaissais pas. On va parler un peu du pays, de ce qu'il a fait là-bas. Et donc du coup voilà, je mettrai des sous-titres pour que tout le monde comprenne. A tout de suite. Hey man, all good?
Very good. Much better now with the coffee.
So, well, we're just gonna talk about your experience when you worked for the UN in Timor-Leste.
Okay.
So, we're just gonna ask first, like, briefly, where is the country? What's brief history about it? How do they do now? All right, because no one knows about Timor-Leste.
So, Timor-Leste, or East Timor in English, is a very young country. It's located in the eastern part of the Indonesian archipelago.
Mm-hmm.
It's around 45 minutes by flight from Darwin, Northern Australia. And as young countries always are experiencing a lot of challenges.
The tiny island nation of Timor-Leste is the youngest country in Asia.
What are the main challenges, like, if you had to break it down?
I would say the main challenges right now would be, first of all, they need to really kind of develop infrastructure, so building roads, schools, hospitals for the local population, and also to diversify the economy. Because one of the main challenges would be that there's a huge population of young people our age, and there's not enough jobs for them.
We're not talking about a cash crop here, right?
I mean, coffee is one of the main exports of Timor.
But the country doesn't heavily rely on mere or just coffee production, right?
At the moment, it's not only just coffee. It's also, they've got a petroleum fund and everything. But right now, I think what they really want to do is to attract investors, or maybe, looking at other sustainable forms of development.
Yeah.
So let's see.
What about health concerns? Because I believe that when you were there, like, you got to actually edit and direct a video about awareness for HIV, means of contraception. So can you briefly as well, like, just drive us a bit into that?
So I worked for United Nations Population Fund, UNFPA it's called, and I was working as a communications officer. And my main job was to communicate the mandate of UNFPA to the Timorese population. I worked on one video on contraceptives and also family planning. Mm-hmm. And another project that I worked on was the production of a documentary on HIV, which was the first of its kind.
What were the main findings of, like, that kind of research?
So the focus of the documentary was on stigma and discrimination of people living with HIV. And the findings were that people living with HIV are highly stigmatized, and there's a lot of misconceptions about HIV. I mean, if you can look at the video, it's on YouTube. Some of the findings are that people think that HIV is a death warrant, or it's something that will be transmitted through physical contact. Like, if people felt that they were completely being stigmatized,
so they're completely out of it, like they become
out of society, marginalized. So what we wanted to do with the video is to create a platform for people living with HIV to talk about their experiences. And
so
also
the first time they actually got to go live into
yes, I mean, we worked on it with a local NGO called Estrella Plus, and they are an NGO focusing on HIV issues in Timor-Leste. So the interview was conducted by the director of the NGO, so that the people living with HIV would feel comfortable, because they have been engaging with this NGO. And most of them were very happy to discuss their experiences. And also, two of the main important things that were discussed throughout the documentary was the importance of getting tested and not having the fear of getting tested for HIV. And the second one is that if you have HIV, make sure that you take in a medication.
On a more personal note, if you had to come up with how was your 2 years experience, what would you keep in mind?
Right, the 2 years in Timor were definitely very enriching, I would say. It was also my first job, and it allowed me to learn a lot about development practices and also to meet very interesting people. I mean, Timor-Leste is a very small country, and also Dili, which is the capital. That's where I live. It's quite a cozy town, so you get to meet most people socially, and also there's a huge kind of like international presence there. There's a lot of international NGOs and UN agencies, so you just get to share experiences with a lot of very interesting people, and also people with experience, and also other young people like us as well. So it was really important that I could speak the language, so it allowed me to get in touch with
Locals.
Right, the local community, and also definitely it was very interesting to see and to meet Timorese people, not only just internationals.
Definitely.
And nowhere is this battle more evident.
Thanks for coming here. I hope that maintenant on en sait tous un
Merci.
petit peu plus.
You are super French.
Ah, toi aussi.
On sait tous un petit peu plus sur Timor-Leste, comment fonctionne également cette
Check it
agence
out.
de développement des Nations Unies. Et du coup voilà, je mets les suite pour que tout le monde comprenne. Et je vous dis à bientôt pour l'épisode 2 du Fauteuil en blanc.
That was fire.